All right, so this is the first episode of Kareem's Dream, right? I this year I turned 31, right? And I've honestly just been thinking about legacy, my identity, and like what I'm leaving behind. And I really just wanted to start this podcast to, I don't know, have a place to think out loud, be honest about like what my life feels like right now, and just I don't know, figuring things out in public, right? I kind of just really just wanted to use this as like a public journal. I don't really have one specific thing to talk about, right? It's just really wherever my life is in the moment that I hit record, you know, just understanding adulthood. I'm about to get married, my journey with therapy, like just being my authentic self, just learning like who I am, all that kind of stuff. And I guess this podcast is, for, I don't know, people also figuring it out. I've been basically realizing that all the stuff that I think to myself as being weird or not normal is actually a lot more normal than I thought. And I'm tired of questioning myself. And if you're listening and you resonate with that, kind of just want to be another, I guess, voice of validation, because I know that always helps me. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm about to get married. Several years ago, I started going to therapy, and through therapy, I learned that I had ADHD, and I recently got medicated for that. And it's just basically just been an entire journey. Like adulthood looked one way, and I'm learning to look at it a different way. Like there's so many different things that I'm learning about myself. And it's kind of hard to be like, ADHD is not my personality, quote unquote, but there's so many different things that I just didn't know caused me to be, who I am today because of ADHD. So you're definitely going to hear a lot about that. You're definitely going to hear a lot about just my journey and again, just becoming me, right? I named this podcast Kareem's Dream, if I'm being honest with you, because I didn't have a better name and it rhymed, if I'm being honest with you. And, but in reality, as like I thought more about it, is just like my dream is to just be myself without worrying about what people think and being myself from day one, hour one, minute one, second one. And if you don't like that, you can get the fuck on. Excuse the frankness, but yeah, this I'm not holding any corners. I curse a lot. So, if that's not for you, I'm sorry. I wish you all the best. But if you're still here, yeah, I needed this podcast. I just needed to just get this out there. I just need to talk. I have a lot of energy that I need an outlet for. And, I think what you can expect is me just being my authentic self You're going to hear me repeating myself a lot. You're going to hear me just be who I am. I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm going to try to keep this as raw as possible while keeping it as entertaining as possible. Some episodes, they're going to be, more reflective. Some episodes, maybe more practical, or I'm just like kind of talking about like, I don't know, like how I manage my finances, and some maybe just more messy where I'm just talking about shit that, I might talk about with the guys or something. Right. Yeah. I mean, I tried podcasting a few years back, and if you have ADHD, you know how the shiny syndrome is. It's like when something becomes very interesting, you're just like locked in. And then when it's not, you kind of fall off, right? But I really enjoyed that. And, over like these last 6 years since I last picked up a microphone and hit record, I've been itching to find some kind of creative outlet. Like I had a YouTube channel. I was vlogging at one point, but then life changed. I started working, stopped, really going out as much as I did. I moved away from my childhood home and had to make new friends as an adult. And you know how fucking hard that shit is. And I stopped doing that, but it never left me to like want to hit record in some capacity. And honestly, why I decided to pick up the podcast again is because I tried starting like 2 or 3 YouTube channels, and I just keep failing because like I have this like perfectionism where it's just like I got to, like, I know the content that I can create, and if it doesn't look the way I see it in my head, I'm just not going to create it. Shit, for this podcast, I started with a shit mic, and it pissed me off so bad that I went to Best Buy and got me this little $100 mic because I wanted my shit to sound nice. But I figured podcasting would be a little bit easier because I could just wake up, I could have my bonnet on, I could have drool on my face, and I can just hit record and I don't have to think about shit. I just hop on here, come talk to you, tell you what's going on in my life, and we just kick it, right? I don't got to think about it. I don't got to think about, having B-roll, extra footage and clips and all that kind of shit. Like if that happens in, the future, then so be it. But right now, I just want to pick up this mic. I just want to, sit down. I want to talk to you. I want to hang out, and we're just going to have a good time. All right. So, thanks for tuning in to, I guess I'll call this a trailer episode 0. I don't know. I'm just here. I'll definitely let you know more about me as the episodes, go on. I'm gonna try to get this thing out every week. Right? It took me about a day to hit record on this. And I was just like spiraling out of control. I hit my boy up. I was just like, bro, like I need help. And I finally did it. I hit record. It sounded good so far, like, from what I heard. But yeah, I'm gonna stop this now because I feel me continuing to talk. And I'm gonna just save that for the next episodes, so thanks for tuning in to episode 0 of Karim's Dream. I'm gonna kick it with y'all next time. Peace.